Yo, this is the Scarcity Studios YouTube channel. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. And our sponsors at Alpha Claims and Hire Birmingham, the leading and best accident management company. Get a replacement car anywhere in 1 hour. Thank you to everyone that joined us on the premieres and they've been doing really well. And please don't forget to like the video as well. So please go and check out our other videos after this one in relation to it. This story is about 95 guns that were attempted to be smuggled into the UK. And the man has been jailed for 15.5 years for his role in that. The footage shows armed police swooping on a gun runner who tried to smuggle 95 guns into the UK, hiding them in car engines. In the footage, it shows the police arresting him at gunpoint.
I got firearms cover. I got firearms cover.
Put your arms
I got
out!
firearms cover.
Put him in small on your back now! Put your arms on your back!
Yep. You got him?
Your shirts, mate. Put your hands around your back.
You got him on, mate. You got him on.
That's alright, mate, stay down here for now. Show any front for now. You got anything on yet? What's your name, mate? Shouldn't have a small car, mate. John.
Yeah, read the bag and everything else. Be careful with the bag in your sleeve. We're going to do it now. No, anything else is here now.
The 28-year-old appeared at Kingston Crown Court for his trial in June. He was working alongside two people called Denis and Stephen. The group carried out 7 importations between January and July in 2017. So this case goes all the way back to then, and they actually have just been sentenced now, making a profit, the police believe, of up to £1.2 million. So they could have literally been bought in hundreds of guns already. Denis and Stephen were jailed for 26 and 19 years. And Denis was arrested on July the 1st, 2017. He had 79 handguns and thousands of rounds of ammunition was seized by French border police following a tip by the Metropolitan Police Service Crime Partnership. The weapons were found in the engine blocks of a trailer of a van en route to the UK. The driver was a Polish courier who had collected the items in Poland the previous day, but he was unaware of the content. 2 days later, police officers watched as Michael and Denis removed the items from the shipping container at an industrial estate in Slough, and they attempted to drive away. Armed officers from Thames Valley Police then stopped the van before a dramatic arrest. Officers discovered the guns in plastic carrier bags in the front passenger side. A total of 9 more firearms were found in the car. They said that Michael Nicholls was the third and final man to be jailed for the extremely dangerous plot to smuggle 95 lethal firearms into the UK. He was a trusted facilitator within the group who was fully briefed on the whole operation. Not only were these viable weapons, they were packaged with thousands of rounds of ammunition ready to be sold on to whoever wanted to buy them. Handguns are commonly used in the UK for criminal purposes, and the investigation prevented a massive amount of these reaching the street. Every single week we cover different cases involving firearms on the channel, and a lot of the time we should talk about the different ways that people obtain them, usually from thefts and burglaries of farmyards and rural places. But at the same time, there's many different methods as to how it comes in, and you can see that every single one of these bullets could potentially have taken somebody's life or even an innocent person. So I really want to hear what people have to say on this story. And with this next story in this video, it's about burglars that actually managed to rob a bank for £250,000. But it wasn't even an armed robbery, it was a theft. They disguised themselves as workmen in order to carry out a series of commercial burglaries across London, including the theft of £250,000 from a high street bank. Paul Thompson from Ealing was sentenced to 3 years in jail after pleading guilty to being involved in 4 burglaries between August and September 2019. He had previously pleaded guilty to stealing a car in the Leytonstone area in September 2017, and his accomplice Jason Perry from Waltham Forest pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 8 years in jail for his involvement in 6 burglaries, including the theft of £200,000 from a bank in Whitechapel. The 2 men employed a number of different techniques to carry out their crimes. This included posing as workmen and opening manhole covers and cutting alarm cables. They also wore face masks in a bid to hide their identity and used walkie-talkies to communicate while doing the job. The court heard that the police were called on the morning of July the 1st, 2019 to report that a bank had been broken into on Whitechapel Road in E1. 5 cash machines had been cut into, with a later audit revealing that around £210,000 had been stolen. An investigation was launched by the police, and the CCTV from Saturday the 28th of June 2019 showed Perry supervising another unidentified man wearing a high-vis jacket and accessing a manhole cover outside of that bank. They then returned to their vehicle, a white Ford Transit van parked nearby, and returned to the bank, entering via a building site next door after making a hole in the wall. They were seen on CCTV going back and forth between the bank and the van and carrying bags before driving away at 1 o'clock in the morning. The next morning, Perry and a second man returned to the venue to carry on the burglary. So this is how comfortable they was, it not being disturbed. So not only did they not make a big fuss, wave guns around and stuff, they went back for seconds. Police inquiries are still continuing into the actual incident, and Perry went on to commit further offences, they said, a number of which were carried out alongside Thompson. On Sunday the 13th of August 2019, they broke into a supermarket in E10. Thompson was seen wearing a mask during the offence, and a quantity of alcohol was stolen up to the value of £2,500. On Monday the 13th of August, they broke into a shop in Romford, and they stole £5,500 in cash, along with a number of items. On Tuesday the 22nd of August, they broke into a retail shop in Retail Park, North London, and stole £1,000 in cash, along with a number of other items. August the 27th, 2019, they broke into another shop in Romford, and items stolen were worth up to £4,500. They attempted to also break into a shop on the High Road in Ilford as well on the 2nd of September 2019, and they were seen using walkie-talkies to communicate. On the 15th of September 2019, they was both under surveillance at this time, and they met outside Leighton Leisure Centre at around 10 o'clock on the evening, lifting up a manhole cover outside the premises and cutting cables inside. CCTV also showed Thompson approaching the doors to a leisure centre with Perry looking on. They then left the scene but returned later that night when they forced open the fire exit door. Perry was arrested at the scene, and Thompson, who fled from officers, was arrested at 4:45. Perry's home address was searched by police, and a number of burglary items were found, as well as a quantity of cash. The walkie-talkie used in one of the incidents was also found. while the mask worn by Thompson was located in a van used by the pair at the point that they was arrested as well. Detective Constable David Reed from the flying squad said that both Perry and Thompson were courier burglars. They targeted multiple businesses over the course of 4 months, causing significant loss. The offences were carefully planned and included accessing manhole covers to cut cables in order to disable CCTV and also alarm systems. Despite this, as a result of a proactive operation led by the flying squad, strong evidence was obtained and connected them to all of the crimes. And they said that they were certain they would have gone on to commit further offences. This shows the different ways and techniques that people have used. These guys went on for quite a while without being noticed because of the fact that they did it in a different way. They wasn't bringing a lot of attention to themselves. And this mask is very distinctive. So for them to find that mask was a lot of evidence in court, I'm sure. So I really appreciate you joining me for both of these stories. And please don't forget to leave a comment below and share this to your social media and at us, and we'll repost your story on Instagram. So please don't forget to join us again very soon, and I'll be back again with some more news. Peace.